Australia has almost 200,000 pokie machines, one machine for every 120 people, which generates close to $12 billion a year. Now, 3 federal politicians are calling on members of the public to help reveal the tricks of the trade in the dangerous poker machine industry. Greens Senator Larissa Waters is one of those politicians. She joins us now live from Brisbane. Larissa Waters, thanks so much for your time this afternoon.
Hi, Kumi. Good to be here.
Why this now? What's the impetus behind this potential move?
Well, look, we've been trying to get legislative reform to try to protect ordinary Australians from the ravages of the poker machine industry for so many years now, and it seems that parliamentary reform has stalled or been overturned at every opportunity. One wonders whether it's the very large donations that are made by the poker machine industry to the large political parties. But the real impetus this week is that a fresh court case will be lodged by a very brave applicant, Shonika Guy, who's working with the Alliance for Gambling Reform and is challenging the poker machines programming as deliberately misleading and deceptive. Now, this is the first time that the poker machine industry will be taken on the basis of them actually conning people, conning users of their machines into thinking they're going to win, hearing the bells and whistles and the symbols and the signs that actually disguise losses as wins. So these fake near misses or losses disguised as wins actually, in my view, amount to misleading conduct, and this court case will put that to a test. So what we're seeking to achieve is to give whistleblowers in the industry, other people who work in the field, people who are addicted to these pernicious machines, to give them a safe way of disclosing some of these dirty little secrets that the poker machine industry wants to hide. We're in a privileged position to be able to receive information and put it in the public domain, and we're hoping that whistleblowers can come forward and we can then use their material in our parliamentary work to help bring to light the real damages and the trickery of this industry.
Larissa Waters, there is a lot of information out there on the manufacturing of poker machines, the concept that the floor always wins. So the kind of manipulation of the machines is not something new. What are you hoping that the whistleblower aspect of this will add to the debate? Is it to push more reform through?
Look, it is, but also the fact that these machine designs have become increasingly more complex in recent years. Now that the machines are all electronically programmed, the odds are even more in favour of the pokie machine winning, and very rarely the user of that machine. And it's that active deception about your chances of winning, and it's that misleading signals and signs and bells and whistles that make people think they've actually won when in fact they've lost money. That's what's under challenge here, and I'm hopeful that as we get more and more information about these sorts of dodgy practices and trickery, that can build the pressure for genuine reform. The Parliament sort of gave this half a shot a few years ago. We had some small reforms. They were overturned by the Abbott government. It's about time we had national, consistent, strong gambling regulation to protect people from these sorts of scams. Nobody wants to feel conned, but that's what these machines are doing. And this campaign that you don't play pokies, they play you is a really important chance for us to put this back on the agenda and protect ordinary Australians.
So how many whistleblowers, how much information are you hoping to get until the possibility of using that parliamentary privilege takes place?
Well, look, we're hopeful that people will come forward. We've announced the campaign today, Pokey Leaks we're calling it, and it's myself, Senator Nick Xenophon, and Andrew Wilkie, member for Denison. I'm hopeful that people right across the country will feel emboldened and protected to disclose information to us. We will then use that in the course of our parliamentary work, whether that's in questions to ministers or to estimates or in forays to establish new inquiries. We will help get that information out into the public domain so that Australians can understand that they're being scammed, they're being ripped off by this industry, and they're being misled and deceived. So I'm hopeful that we'll have people come forward. It's obviously a brave step to do, but it's so important that Australians aren't fooled and ripped off anymore by this industry, which has so much political power and has been making very generous donations to Labor, Liberal and the Nationals for a very long time, and buying the continued weak regulation that it's had. Okay. It's time that those dirty donations stopped and we've got some decent gambling laws.
Okay, Greens Senator Larissa Waters, we'll have to leave it there. Thanks so much for your time this afternoon.
Thanks, Kumi.